Welcome. In this explainer, we're literally going to map out your entire journey to becoming a front end developer, from day one all the way to your first job offer. So, let's kick things off with a big question. Are you maybe looking for a way into the tech industry that's super creative, totally in demand, and get this, doesn't require years and years of a formal degree? Well, if you're nodding your head right now, then front end development might be your perfect match. It's all about building the stuff you actually see and use on a website or an app. The buttons you click, the menus you go through. It's the visible, interactive part of our digital world. Okay, so let's really dive into this. We're going to start by breaking down what it actually means to be what I kind of like to call a modern digital architect. Think about it like this. A front-end developer is the one who takes a flat, boring design and bam, brings it to life. They turn it into a real working website or app that you can actually interact with. They're the bridge between looks cool and works great. And looking at this list, you can see the role is anything but boring. It's so varied. One day you could be coding up a cool new feature, the next you're brainstorming with a designer, and then maybe you spend an afternoon hunting down a tricky bug. It's this awesome mix of coding, problem solving, and teamwork. And for doing all that cool, creative work, the rewards are, well, pretty significant. Right out of the gate, an entry-level developer here in India can expect a really strong starting salary. But here's the kicker. That's not the ceiling, not even close. It's just the beginning. The main thing to see here is that growth path. It's so clear, and it's fast. With just a few years under your belt, your earning potential can basically triple. The demand for great developers is absolutely real, and you can see it right there in the numbers. Okay, so let's get to the good stuff, the actual map for your journey. And I'm not talking about some vague idea. This is a full-on mission plan, broken down into clear, doable steps to take you from a total beginner to being completely job ready. And here it is. This timeline lays out the entire path beautifully. You start with the foundations in the first couple of months, then you're building out your core skills with Pro Tools, and finally, you're polishing everything up and getting ready for that job search. It's a logical, step-by-step approach, and we're about to walk through every single stage. All right, mission start. Your journey kicks off with the absolute essentials. In these first 2 months, you're basically pouring the concrete and building the foundation that your entire career is going to stand on. So this part is crucial. And that foundation is built on these 3 core technologies. You have to master them. Seriously, think of it like this. HTML? That's the skeleton. It gives a web page all its structure. CSS? That's the skin, the hair, the clothes. It's all the styling that makes it look good. And JavaScript? Well, JavaScript is the brain. It's the logic, the interactivity, the magic that makes things happen when you click a button. And you want to know the best part? You don't have to spend a ton of money to learn this stuff. Not at all. You can learn everything you need for free using these incredible, super high-quality online resources. So by the end of this first phase, you're going to have a really clear goal. Build your very own personal website. And look, this isn't just some homework assignment. This is the very first piece of your professional portfolio. It's your way of showing the world, hey, look what I can do. Okay, let's move on. You've got the foundation down. Now it's time to level up. We're moving past the basics and getting our hands on the powerful professional-grade tools that companies are actually using every single day. So in this phase, you're going to go deeper with JavaScript. You'll learn how to pull in data from other places using something called an API. You'll also learn Git, which is, honestly, it's a lifesaver. It's how professional teams manage their code so nobody accidentally deletes someone else's work. And finally, you'll pick up a framework like React. This is huge on a resume because it lets you build really complex, cool apps way faster and in a much more organized way. These right here, these are your power tools. A code editor like VS Code is going to be your home. You'll use something called NPM to pull in bits of code other people have written. And your browser's dev tools will be your best friend for fixing things when they break. Getting comfortable with this whole workflow is really what separates the hobbyists from the pros. And your next milestone? To build something a bit more complex. A project like a weather app is perfect because it proves you can do that core skill we talked about, fetching data from an outside source, and then use all these modern tools to build a really slick, dynamic application. All right, you've done the work. You've built the skills. You've got the projects to back it up. Now it's time for the final push. It's time to package all of that up and launch your brand new career. Now, this is super important, so listen up. Your coding skill is only one piece of the puzzle. A polished portfolio that tells a story about what you can do, a resume that's tailored for every job you apply to, and really preparing for interviews. That includes your communication skills. These are the things that are actually going to land you the job offer. So, where do you actually start looking? You need to focus your energy on these key platforms. Each one is a little different, right? You've got Naukri for those broad job searches, but then you have LinkedIn for networking directly with recruiters. These are going to be your best bets for finding that first front-end developer job in India. Before we wrap this up, I really want you to remember this. This whole journey, it's a marathon, not a sprint. The single most powerful thing you can do is just be consistent. Show up and put in a few focused hours every single day. That consistency, that is your secret weapon, I promise you. So there you have it. We've given you the map, we've shown you the tools, and we've laid out the timeline. Your whole journey is right here, in front of you. The only question left is the one you see right now. What amazing thing are you going to build first?